Hello, I'm Lamar Griffith from DGR Entertainment, and at this moment I'm about to show you how to replace your battery in your Roland TD12 drum module. And actually, I'm going to show you how to do it without losing your program. This particular drum module right here does not have a SIMS card built in it, on the front of it where you can slide it in. So you really can't save your programs on this one right here if you take the battery out of it. The battery stores the programs, but I'm going to show you how to save your programs. Show you how to change the battery and save your programs. The first thing you want to do is you want to get you a Phillips head screwdriver, small tip. And secondly, you want to flip it over on the back. And you want to remove these screws. These 3 little screws across the back and 3 little screws across the front. Then you want to turn it back over. You want to lay it on something soft. As you can see here, I got it laying on something soft. You want to make sure after you remove the screws, then this power cord is plugged up. You want to plug this power cord up. This is going to be part of the procedure to not losing your program. Okay, next thing you want to do is you want to turn it over and you remove the screws. I've already removed the screws. And you take off the back of it. And once you take off the back of it, then you will see the battery located at the bottom left front of your bottom, actually right rear of your machine. Then we make sure we got it plugged up. It's not on. Then you want to take, and I just take my fingers, I'm pretty good with my hands, and I push back on this battery and then just pop it out just like that. It comes out just like that. And what I'm going to replace it with is just something that I purchased at my local Rite Aid. You can get it from Home Depot, Best Buy, anywhere. Is a 2032, and it's by Energizer. And I want to replace this. It's simple to replace, so I want to replace it about every 6 to 8 months. So I'm just going to take my screwdriver and open it up. See if I can get it open here. Just open up the battery. Take it out. And some of these batteries you have to be careful because they may have a plastic film over it. So you really want to check and make sure there's no plastic film over it. And then I want to take the battery, put it back in right there, and push it back in. It's just that simple. Then I still have it plugged up, so I'm going to leave it plugged up. I'm really not going to turn it on yet. Actually, you can unplug it now because you already have your memory stored. Then next step is I want to take my screws, which I save them in this little container, and I want to put screws back in it. You got to be careful because some of the screws came out of the side. There were a couple of screws. Actually, all of them are basically the same size. Just take and place them in there. You'll know if the screw don't fit well or not. Just want to take and place them in there. You can use a smaller screwdriver, a shorter one, if you have it. Place them in there and just tighten them down and just snug them. You don't want them too tight because you know you're going to be doing this about every 6 months. Some people do it about 8 months, but I do this one about every 6 months. And then kind of keep up with the time. But sometimes you can tell when you need it, because what happens is your screen begins to kind of like go dull or halfway in and halfway out, to where you really can't see everything that's on the screen. And if you like me, when I play, I sometimes change my settings, and I need to be able to see how to get my settings back to where I want them. Make sure no dust don't get inside of it whenever you open it up, or nothing don't fall down in it, because you got to remember that you got this thing plugged up. So when you're putting the cover back on, you don't want to offset the cover and have it short anything out. So there's just 6 screws on the back of this thing. So what I'm doing is putting these 6 screws back in. Now, we've already replaced the battery for those of you that missed it, but you can like and share and subscribe to this channel and watch the video all over again. So now that we just about put it on something soft, because you're going to be pressing down. You don't want to scar the front of it or break a button, and you still want to be careful how you press down. Then you want to flip it back over to the side. Then you have 1 screw on this side. This is the Roland V12.